Back to the roots of the early games. Tight spaces, tricky puzzles, notes everywhere, and panic routes. But we find. Before Re4 it was fixed camera angles. Re46 were third person, so what next? Besides first person, what else is there? It's not like they'd turn it into an RTS with STRS versus BOWS. Once first person was set, the engine had to change too. Producer Jun Takeuchi ditched Capcom's proud engine framework. It was top tier for cross-platform and general-purpose development. But VR and next-gen consoles were arriving fast. Compared to newer engines, it was starting to lag behind. That's how the Re engine was born. When you boot Res-Even or the Retwo/Re3 remakes, you'll see that hand reaching for the Moon logo. With 8 letters underneath. Re stands for Reach for the Moon. In plain terms, I'm gonna touch the moon. Impossible, but it shows Capcom's resolve. Yeah. Watch me do the impossible. Engine work started in early 2014, and only became usable by year's end. At E3 2016, during Sony's pre-show hype, they aired a trailer, a cabin, slaughter, and escape. Viewers online and on-site were totally confused. Sony show means Sforzo, what was this game? First person, horror, mystery, and running for your life. And it ends with a big 7, so what is it? Everyone said the same thing then, did the same thing when the title dropped.
No. Nope.
Never.
7 silent.
7. Resident Evil!
7? What?
Damn it, it's for the VR, we're gonna get fucked over.
7.
V2.
Resident
Evil!
Holy crap!
7. Oh shit! Fuck! Resident Evil 7!
They gasped, then cheered. A first-person Resident Evil. That's gonna be insane. People imagine playing as Leon or Jill, wouldn't that be cool? But the truth surprised everyone. To restore horror, the lead is a mysterious normal guy. You never even see his face the whole game. And honestly, Capcom had reasons for that. First, the classic heroes were getting older. 7 is set in 2017. Chris is 44 by then. Leon would be 40. Jill 42. Claire 38. Ada unknown. Rebecca is 37. Barry Burton is 57. Even if Wesker came back hypothetically, he'd be 57 too. And the games made them feel basically unkillable. With Mr. 3 Shots, Teammate Killer, and Vehicle Killer Legends. Players wouldn't worry about their fate anymore. If they can't die, the horror drops hard. Second, a new mystery lead helps future stories grow. You can't survive forever on reheated leftovers, right? But fans still wanted updates on the old cast. Did Leon ever catch up to Ada after Re6? How's Chris running the PSA? Did Sherry and Jake get married? What's Claire doing now? So some players weren't happy. But sales later proved the reboot worked. Alright, enough chatter. Let's get into the story. In Res-Even, one key name comes up, H.C.F. Its full name is, which roughly translates to, and it's not the first time we've heard it. It first appeared back in Resident Evil, Code Veronica, when you play as Chris roaming around. You meet zombies in black gear with night vision. They're tied to H.C.F. And their commander is Albert Wesker. In early concept art, he even wears an H.C.F. labeled vest. But their funding and recruitment are still a mystery. Some organization is pushing from the shadows. Umbrella Chronicles also says Ada Wong is part of it. She and Wesker are co-workers and use each other. H.C.F. is seriously scary. An unseen force steering bioterror from the dark. In 2001, year after Code Veronica ends, a group called The Connections emerges. On the bioweapon black web, they propose a new concept, next-gen battlefield advantage. Short name, NEXBAS. Under that umbrella, they launch multiple projects. 1. With H.C.F., minimal contact, maximum enemy elimination. It differs from classic BOWS in one big way. No more face-to-face brawling monsters that beat you into kneeling. Instead, no matter how many enemies, a quick close contact lets it infect and control their brains. Picture if this thing is terrifying. A squad of soldiers geared up, ready to fight. You drop one test subject in. And suddenly they turn and wreck their own side. But there's a problem. If it's like Yuri and Red Alert, stand near people and mind control them. Then getting into the crowd is the hard part. How do you blend in? You can't just float over in weird gear without getting shot. You'd get hammered instantly. So early on, they chose a finished form of a 10-year-old girl. Lower suspicion, easy to slip into a group. They inject a special fungus mutamacidi, a stage 4 human embryo. Then culture it for 3,840 weeks to produce candidates. Candidates came in 5 types, A, B, C, D, and E. The first 4 had clear flaws, only the E series fit the goal. So the first successful E series became E1. The girl got an E name too. Eveline. Her combat simulation results stunned the Connections. She can shed mold to infect and control people. And fuse it into semi-autonomous mold beasts. It's aggressive and forms very wildly by how the mold combines. Basic mold beasts, your early game staples. Then knife variants, dual knives, fat ranged ones, tons of types. But nothing in the world is flawless. Evelyn has 2 fatal weaknesses. First, she needs regular injections of a special drug. Think about Itch as a tiny child, yet can secrete mold hundreds of times her body weight. Ignore physics biologically, her cell activity must be insane. High activity means fast metabolism, fast aging, fast breakdown. No drug control means 10-year-old mind, 80-year-old body. Second weakness, that 10-year-old mind itself. Yes, she can infect crowds and control them. But it takes time. Margaret Baker's diary shows it clearly. Oct 11, since that child arrived, my ears rang all day. I can't sleep. Like Zoe said, the kid and the woman with her are strange. Oct 15. I'm seeing visions, hearing things, and the nausea won't stop. I saw a doctor in town and got x-rays. What's happening to me? Oct 23, the child gave me a gift. Oct XX. I hid it in the secret room upstairs. No one will find it. That arm proves her trust. ITLL bring us happiness. Anyone who breaks it'll kill them. Already controlled. So from infection to full control takes at least 10 days. During those 10 days, victims still have free will. Rush their camp too early and you'll get shredded. An Evelinian unsupervised 10-year-old is unpredictable. No one knows what she might do. After being used in experiments, she won't like us much either. In a new place with no pressure. What if she starts playing house with enemies all day? That's disastrous. 10 days later, the whole base might turn into her playground. And we become the big bad wolf she hunts for fun. These two traits become crucial for the plot. Now jump to August 2006. Before the events of Re-5, Wesker personally strikes after locating Spencer. He kills Umbrella's last pillar Spencer before Chris and Jill arrive. Plus, secrets were already leaked. Umbrella collapses, people flee, splinter, and vanish. Those with conscience regroup into a private military company, trying to atone by fighting bioweapons on the front lines. That group later becomes Blue Umbrella. In 2014, SA Commander Chris is still on the bio front. With intel, he closes in on the Connections European facility. Their boss hears the news. Damn, Chris is here. This base is finished, run or burn. Move our precious Evelyn to the US branch, now. Disguise her as a normal kid. Our staff will pose as parents and flee on the tanker Annabelle. Why not public transport? Because around crowds, Evelyn might lose control. And the PSA would be watching nearby customs points. After screening, Mia Winters and Alan Droney pose as mom and dad. They also prep cover stories to avoid family questions. During the escort, follow 3 rules. 1. Act as guardians the entire time. The ship crew aren't our people, stay alert. 2. Monitor Evelyn's health via the system. 3. If she goes berserk, destroy her immediately. Alright, everything set. They depart. Even with all that preparation, the outside world overwhelms her and Evelyn starts slipping. She injures and infects Dad Alan, then spreads it to the crew. With chaos spiraling, the only one left who knows the truth. Mia Winters has to hunt and eliminate Evelyn. While fighting mold beasts, Mia touches Evelyn's mold threads and gets infected. Realizing she'll soon be controlled. 16:9, Mia records a confession leading to her beloved husband for the job. Then she faces the fully unleashed Evelyn head-on, but